go. All right, man. Groovy, bro. What's good with you, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Doing good, bro. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I'm happy to be in Atlanta, man.
For sure. How This is like one of your first times
This
coming
is
to
my
Atlanta?
first time ever in Atlanta.
For real?
Yeah, I'm new.
Man, that's crazy. So have you had any wings yet or not?
Have I had wing? Nah, but I had barbecue.
You had barbecue?
Yeah, it was fire.
Where'd you go?
Yeah. Sweet Auburn.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I got the little Wagyu burger thing.
Yeah.
That shit was hitting.
Okay. All right. Yeah, bro. You gotta go to There's a spot that I recommend called the Local, bro. You gotta go to the Local and get some wings, bro. They
Get
got
some
some
wings
of the
from the
best
Local?
wings in town, man.
Okay, fire.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. But all right, man. So from Jersey, bro. Welcome down to the A, man. I want to actually shout you out, bro, because you got one of the songs that's been living rent free in my head for a while. That turning me on. That Jersey Love, bro.
Yes, Jersey Love.
Yeah. So, man, just tell me how you even came up with that whole vibe initially.
So, I mean, I'm from Jersey, so Jersey club music is like, grew up with it, grew up hearing it my whole life. And Jersey club started having like a little moment on the internet, and like there was a resurgence of like artists from where I'm from making it again, you know, in kind of this like neo type fashion, like new fashion. And my producer Alejandro, he sent me that beat, and I vibed with it for a while. Like I want to say like 2 weeks, just like writing to it or whatever. And I was like, yo, I want to give them something kind of refreshing. Like I really want to like sing on some Jersey club. And it just came together so beautifully, you know. And I didn't expect like the shit to go crazy, go viral, and like all this to happen. But I just knew like, yo, I want to make like a great song, and I think that's what we accomplished, you know.
For sure.
Yeah.
So like the success of that song, like itself, like how has it changed the trajectory of your career?
I mean, it changed my life like pretty instantly. It's actually almost still like weird to think about. Like, you know, I was working a regular job or whatever. Song starts going viral. Next thing you know, I'm in label offices left and right. I'm taking trips to Toronto where my management currently stays. I mean, between the end of last year and this year, I done been in more flights than I've ever been on my whole life, you know?
Word.
So my life changed instantly after the song really went viral and picked up. So, yeah.
I guess so. Like, what has been like maybe one of those the biggest shell shocking moments, like since you've had this fast found success?
I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff that happens, like doing big shows. Like I just did a festival in Toronto with my management. It's 1,300 people there. They all know the lyrics word for word. Like that was really surreal. Like some of the reactions I get in the club and stuff is surreal. But for me, the craziest thing, and it might even seem so small, but there's this restaurant or this chain in Jersey called Kava. I'm in Kava and like everybody's like talking, like kind of giggling to themselves. But I be so in my own little world, I'm not paying no attention. Next thing I know, the girl comes from around the corner with a picture of me on her phone. And she's like, is this you? And I'm like, yeah, what the heck? Like, why you got a picture of me? She's like, I love your music. Can we take a picture? And it was so crazy because, like, when I'm moving around regular, like, I'm just being regular. Like, I don't even think about this too much in my day-to-day life. So for her to come while I'm just grabbing something to eat and, like, want to take a picture of me, like, that was a surreal moment for me. I was like, oh, like, I'm really doing something and people really care about it, you know?
Word.
That was a big moment for me.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. I know it was definitely crazy, like just people just running up to you and be like, hey, just trying to make sure. You know what I'm saying? I caught myself doing that last night, just trying to make sure I was looking at the right person. I had the wrong person, but still. You know? Yeah, man. That's what's up. So you said you were just working a regular day-to-day job first. Yeah. So where were you working at before this happened?
I was working at Lens Crafters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was working at Lens Crafters doing glasses stuff. Yeah.
Or did you have fly specs or nah? Like, do you
So I don't wear glasses, but I had a bunch of shades. Prada Johns from Gucci Johns. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, so just want to break into some of the latest music. The last song that you dropped about a week ago or so like that is called Know Me.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of a different vibe from the Jersey Love. You know what I'm saying? A little bit slowed down. Still want to sing and stuff. So like, can you just tell me like where were you at mentally when you were recording this one?
So in Know Me, we had a couple people pull up to the studio to help work on the beat. Obviously, Alejandro orchestrated everything, but it was a more turned down crowd, which is kind of why we got the product of the song like that. And I just started singing. I'm like, oh, she said, I'm like getting in my vibe. And we had like maybe the chorus and verse 1 done, but it was just normal. Then I'm at home like messing with stuff by myself, and I like pitched my voice all the way down. And I sped the beat up just a tiny bit because it was gonna be a real slow like R&B type song. And next thing you know, I posted a snippet on TikTok. TikTok went viral, and I was like, okay, we got something. Mm-hmm. So we went back to the studio, and we fully flushed the song out. Like, and if you really listen to the song, the verses are like kind of cyclical with each other. Like, I'm talking about my wrongs in the beginning, and at the end, I tied it in that, you know, she's doing some wrong too. Mm-hmm. And this is kind of why we're in this interlocked thing and why it's so cyclical is the only way I can describe it. And so, yeah, the song kind of, it took on a life as we kept working on it. Mm-hmm. You know, it started off just as a little vibe, and then with the end product, it was like something that was like really meaningful, you know?
Yeah, that's dope. So, like, just kind of dive into maybe like your creative process and like, you know, how you even got to this point. Like, where did you start off like maybe writing poetry and stuff like that and playing instruments, or like was that never your thing?
I have a background in instruments, but I wouldn't say that I'm not an instrument player, but I've played in my life. I used to play the saxophone. I used to do percussion in school. But I think really it just comes from me listening to a lot of music with my dad. My dad is a DJ. And so I grew up hearing like music from all different walks of life in different time periods. And my biggest inspiration is Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. So I used to do the rapping thing like a long time ago, but when I started singing, I was like, yo, like I want my not only my voice and my performance, but like the songs to mean things like how his did. Mm-hmm. Like you could play a Michael Jackson song from 1979 and it still hits in 2024, you know? Yeah. And I wanted my music to be like that. So I studied Michael a lot and like the Motown sound. But I want to do like a fresh take on it. Mm-hmm. My big thing is like you got to give people a message in a way they understand it. So if I want to have music that hits like that, it's got to be in a way that people understand today. And so when I get in the studio, it's a lot of melody work. I'm like playing with melodies. I'm trying to say lyrics that like I don't want it to go over your head, but I want you to think a little. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not a spiritual lyrical miracle type person, but I want you to, you know, be like, oh wow, that meant something to me. I feel like a person who does that well is Drake. Like he says something and it might not be like the crazy bars thing you ever heard, but like you be like, oh, I feel that. Like I relate to that. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how my creative process goes a little bit. It's a lot of melody work, and it's a lot of real lyrics, real life.
Word. That's what's up. So like you saying that your dad was a DJ. Like, why'd you stray away from like hopping on the ones and twos?
I don't got it. I don't got it. Even like with producing, like I could tell you what I want to hear, but I can't do it myself. I don't got it with the dexterity and the technicalities and all that. Yeah.
He said, "Bro, I'm soulful, man. Let me just."
Nah, literally. And that's why, bro, I love DJs. Like anybody DJing, shout out to you because that's a skill, you know, and it's a skill that I don't have myself, so I respect.
That's respect. Yeah, that's respect. So, I mean, you know, it's still early on in your career, but I would definitely say that you've probably been through, like, a lot of different moments and everything like that. So, like, what would you say some of the most challenging moments have been so far?
The hardest moment for me personally was that, like, when I dropped Jersey Love, I dropped it February of 2023. Mm-hmm. But it didn't blow up till, like, May 2023. So, in between that February and that May, bro, we were struggling. I was, like, trying to keep the lights on. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm like still working full time, but still going to the studio full time. I barely had enough money to like really be comfortable moving around. Like it was like, all right, either we eating good this week or we outside good this week. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot of picking and choosing, borrowing a little cash here and there. Yeah. I went into some crazy credit card debt in that time, like trying to promote my music and still, you know, handle my responsibilities. So those 3 months was probably the most challenging for me. There was just a lot of financial troubles. And then with financial troubles come like little troubles. Well, you know, I'm beefing with my girl at the time. Now I just got like a little chip on my shoulder. You know, like money really does, it can make or break you sometimes in a way of it puts obstacles in your way. And there was a lot of obstacles in that period. So I'm like blessed that I was able to keep my head down and keep working because, you know, the success was around the corner.
Yeah. So I guess definitely like during that time period, what was something that you kind of told yourself like during those moments where it's hard? Because I feel like, you know, as people, there are times where we need to have conversations with ourselves in those moments. So it's just like, you know, what was some advice that you gave yourself?
It was kind of like, yo, just keep running. Because like if you stop, then what? Like that's what I feel about everything. If I stop right now, then what? I'm going to just be regular, you know? You just keep running and it's like, yeah, it sucks and it hurts and you're tired, but like stopping don't help nothing either. You just got to keep going and eventually you will get to something. Right. I believe that like if you lock in on something and you keep going, eventually there is something that comes next. And stopping just isn't an option for me. I'm never going to quit. especially not something I'm passionate about. So that was really all I had, was just the hope that something was gonna work out, and then it eventually did. You know?
Yeah, bro, that's dope. That's dope, man. So like, what can we expect from you? Like, you know, just coming up for the rest of 2024.
Project is very soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like the title or anything, but the project is right around the corner. It's coming very soon.
Word.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be diving back into the rap bag, or are we gonna be expecting like more R&B?
There's no rap on this project. There's some traditional R&B on this project, so you'll hear some R&B stuff. There's some upbeat club stuff. There's some low club stuff. There's a couple cool features. One of the features I could shout out is my boy Kenny, who's also signed to Warner. He's on there. We got a fire song we just shot a video for. Yeah. So it's just vibes. It's like good summer vibes, good for the ladies. This project is like, okay, I did the club, here's the club. You know what I mean? Like it's all that.
So like you gonna have your own dance moves this summer too? You got like
I'm not gonna dance, but they gonna dance and they gonna hold me down. Yeah.
For sure, man. Well, Groovy dog, definitely, you know, gearing up for an exciting year. You know, it's an exciting career. I'm definitely, you know, it's an honor to be able to, you know, sit here and have a conversation with you early on, man. I just hope that things keep taking off for you, bro. And we always be here for you when we need
Absolutely, man. Thank you. And much love, bro. Atlanta showed me so much love. So thank you guys for supporting.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.